Now then, and welcome to the video. It's been a while, but we hope you had a smashing New Year and a really good Christmas too. We had a belter. We're not cruising at the moment, as we're doing a bit of work on NARROWBOAT Laura. That's coming up in future videos. Today, we're looking at the repairs I did on our multi-fuel stove. I showed you a bit in the last video, but let's have a recap and see how far I got. This is the job we've got to do. So our old stove, unfortunately, you see that's a big crack. So that's had it. So what I've got to do is, if you can just see there, just there is, that is one of the rivets. Well, it's like a bolt, but it's actually a rivet type thing that holds, it's a bar. We'll call it a bar. The bar goes through the hinge on the bottom because ours is a drop down this way. There's the thing at the top, so it drops down like that. So what I've got to do is take those out, and then I can put the door onto the table, which is here, and we can do a bit of work, get a new glass fitted. I bought all the bits and bobs from Midland Chandlers the other day, so let's get on with it. So here we are. This is the old glass. As you can see, it's proper cracked and everything. In fact, we've been gluing this together for the past, well, we were gluing it all last year. So we decided it's time to get a new one. I have got some rope coming. I've got to go to Midland Chandlers, so I'll get that at a later date. It'll do for now, do for today. I was a bit unsure about which rope to use. I now know it's 9mm rope apparently for the Villager stoves. This is either the Villager Huntsman or Heron, one or the other. I can't quite figure it out. So what I'm going to do is, each one of these is probably going to be a bit stiff and a bit sticky, so a little bit of WD, leave that to soak for a bit, and then with a bit of luck that'll come off dead easy and I can replace the glass. I've got some of this stuff which was given to me. That's got to go round the inside, and I'm also going to cut some little tiny bits to go just here when the glass gets put back on, so that metal's not against glass, because I don't really like doing that. Any bangs or anything could crack it really easy. Well, anyway, that's what we usually do when we're dealing with any glass in my job. We try and keep it away from metal objects. Don't really like it, especially edges. Anyway, I'll get some WD on it, leave it to soak for a bit, watch a bit of telly, and then we'll go from there. So, as per usual, whenever I do anything to Laura, she always fights back a bit. And what's happened is, you just see there, that has snapped off. So there's the piece there. It just snapped off. As soon as I put any pressure on, ping, off it went. I didn't even get a chance to give it a bit of heat. So what I'm going to have to do is try and fix that onto there. I don't think I can braze it. What I might have to do is drill a hole in it and put a little screw in there, threaded bar through the two, screw it back on that way. I've had a look on eBay to see if I could buy one of these doors, and I can't find any information on it. So if you've got one of these drop down doors for a Villager stove and you know where I can get hold of a door from, let me know. It'll be handy if I can't fix this one. Typical boats. Now ever goes right. And so through the power of my mate John's workshop, we've managed to sort out that issue with the broken off stud there. I'm going to do it with all of them, I think, in the end, because they'll probably all snap off because they're rubbish. But yeah, so that literally just drops through that hole and the glass will be all lovely. Let's do it. So this is what I'm going to put on before I put the glass on. It's just some thin stuff, and it sits in that little groove there. Glass sits on top of that. I also cut some for behind these things as well, so the glass doesn't meet metal. That's the little bandage on there. We'll fit the glass now. So this is the glass I got from Midland Chandlers. If you look closely there, it does say Villager Heron and all them. I think ours is a heron, but it's the same size anyway. It's the right size. 185 by 164. So we'll put that in there. Hopefully all will be well. There we are, that's the glass fitted. There's a new nut on there, and I've just put a little bit of wadding behind each one of those so that metal is not touching glass. It's all nice and tight. It's not going to go anywhere, that. We'll refit it and see how she looks. So there we are, that's the glass fitted. Now what I've got left to do now is just got to replace this rope here because it's a bit flat. I was a bit unsure about what size to use, but I now know it's 9mm, so back to Midland Chandlers we go, and we'll see how that does. Because if I just close it up there, it still just rattles ever so slightly, and we're just going to put a bit of blacking on there just to hide that. Should be alright, that though. So here we are, we fitted the glass the other day, and we've used the fire since, but now I've got the correct size rope. Hello Tango, you alright mate? How you doing? Anyway, so I've got the correct size rope. It's 10mm rope. I got that from Midland Chandlers. So I'm just going to replace this rope here. These are the tools I'm going to use to strip it. So I'm going to use a screwdriver for any rough bits, and then a scraper. And if I get too much stuck, what I'll do is get myself a wire brush and just wire brush things off. Give it a bit of a clean up, and then I'll glue this on. Very handily, the instructions for the rope kit are like the smallest ever. I crammed them onto a tiny little bottle, so I'm going to have to get a magnifying glass out to see what I see on there. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I know how to do it. I've done it a couple of times before on the other fires, so there we go. Let's get on with it. So it's a little hard to do it one-handed, but it literally, I've just put it in the corner and it literally just peels off like that. Dead simple. There we are, that's the rope off. We'll just clean down this groove now, get all the rubbish out, proper clean up, and then check the instructions and see if they say if there's any special things they want us to do before we put the rope adhesive on and the new rope. Sorry. So we've cleaned out all this groove here, got some methylated spirit and wiped it all out, any dust or anything dirt like that. I gave it a wire brush before I did all that. I've cut the rope to size, so that should fit in there nicely. So all I need to do now, according to the instructions on the little bottle, is put a bead around this groove, fit the rope in, leave it for 15 minutes to cure a bit, to set a bit before I put it on the door. Before I close the door after I've put it back on the fire, and then we can light a fire, and it should then set the glue. There you go. Let's give it a go, eh? There we have it. It's all patted into place there. A bit of a faff, managed to get it all over my fingers. Yeah, mucky bugger me. There we go. We're just patting it down a bit. We'll leave that to go off, and then we'll put it back and see how it goes. There we are. The rope is on. The door is back on its hinges. We're going to light the fire now, and with a bit of luck the rope will hold, and we'll shut the door and let the glue set. And that's that. Jobbed. Fire burns much better now, and more efficiently as well. It's our only source of heating on the boat in winter. And we also do some cooking and put pots of water on there for washing dishes and such things. So we don't need to run the engine that often. I need to get a spare glass and some of that wadding stuff as well, because it's a bit of a bad design, that door. One dropped coal and it's done for. Any road, thanks for watching. Next time we're starting the refurb of Narrowboat Laura's interior. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and if you click that little bell icon, YouTube will mind you next time we release one. Till next time.